Hello, everyone. This is Ariella Yisrael coming to you today. We are at the end of the week. Well, yesterday I did say I was going to come and do a second live. I did not. My day escaped me. I had all kind of phone calls, back-to-back meetings and things like that. So I want to first apologize for that. But today I am back. I hope everyone is feeling amazing. I am. Today have a more serious topic to talking about children, whether they are adults or children. When you have ungrateful children. I know a lot of us have children, some don't, and as parents, if you're a good parent, you try to teach your children morals, values, respect. You try to give them confidence. You try to build their self-esteem because remember, once upon a time, we were children too. And not all of us maybe have had the greatest childhood, but our parents did the best that they could. These days, children have it so much better. Now, I know there are a lot of hurting children. I know that every child need is not met, which is very sad, because for the most part, children are innocent and they didn't ask to be here. But again, what about the children that are ungrateful? I find a lot of times parents are trying to be their children's friend, whether they're a child or an adult. I think that's the first wrong move because my children are not my friends. I have 3 of them. I don't have children that are my friends. My children are my children. And so I raised them to respect me as their mother, and I respect them as my children. But there are times when us parents feel like we're not doing our best because some parents have to work 2 jobs. Some parents have more than one child, and then one child may be a little more needier than the other. So you have the other children feeling like they're second place or third place. And then you just have children and siblings that are jealous of one another for whatever reason. Now, sometimes as parents, we make the mistake of favoring a child. And that's not good because your children do have different personalities. They do have different characteristics. But remember, these children came from you. So any good trait or not so good trait, they could have developed on their own as time goes by because they do develop their own personalities, or they may have traits just like you or the other parent. So, we have to set limits with our children, whether they're adults or not. When you lose the respect as a parent with your children, it is so very hurtful and painful. And another problem is we give too much. We too busy trying to buy our kids instead of, taking the time and spend quality time with them, taking the time to correct them when necessary. We can't continue to do things like if the child has broken a rule, you can't keep saying, the next time you do this, I'm going to do this. No, the next time they do it, you do what you said you was going to do. And that's where the lack of disrespect comes in. Hello, Woodrow. Thank you for chiming in. You cannot play games with your children, especially nowadays. Now, I'm 21 plus. And for those who grew up the old school way, you couldn't even look at your mama or daddy wrong. You give them a side look like that, or twist your lip up like, or go, and they ain't gonna suck your teeth now. I wouldn't have none, you know. So before my teeth start falling out, well, let me not say falling out, before my teeth were pulled, if I had done anything like that, my eye here would have been over here with this eye, and I wouldn't have had no teeth. And probably wouldn't have had no honey by the time my mama and daddy finished with me. But I see parents these days, they let their kids talk to them any kind of way, as well as other people, any kind of way with no kind of consequences. I see kids falling all out in the store, and the parents just talking about, get up, Billy. See, me, I ain't have those issues because, from the womb, I was already disciplining mine. And as soon as when I knew they understood, even that they couldn't say the words, I would have to sit down with them and tell them, let me tell you something. At 2, when we get in this store, don't you go in here cutting up, falling out. Don't be touching everything. And I mean it. And I was talking to my children like that at 2. I swear to goodness, I ain't never had a kid fall out in the store. Because I told them, if you fall out in the grocery store, I'm going to beat your you-know-what in the grocery store. Now, all this giving kids 911, call 911. Please call 911 on me because you're going to need them. And it won't be the police. It's going to be the ambulance. Because when I finish with my foot and them having to remove it, I promise you, you won't do it again. So fortunately, I didn't have those problems. But I do see a lot of stuff happening out here in these streets with these parents treating their mama and daddy like they homeboy. No. So I'm advising all you parents that want to be your kid's friend, cut the shenanigans. I don't agree with parents smoking weed with their children and all of that foolishness. I don't agree with parents going to the club with their children. I'm just old school. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I do have children that are of age, and I mean of age. And it's been times when I used to celebrate New Year's. We may toast to a glass of wine and saying that, thankful we made it to a new year. But I will never, ever hang out with my children or participate in things with my children as if they are my friend. They are not my friend. And I don't care how grown they get. And until this day, my children still give me the same respect. And they still have the same fear of me. They fear me more than their own father. Because, see, I wasn't the mama I'm going to wait for daddy to get home. No, I am mama and daddy. Okay? Whether he here or not, I am mama and daddy. So for all you parents that's looking for friends, that would not be in your children. Okay? Your children are not your friend. So don't get mad when they cussing you out. Don't get mad when they treating you like they treat everybody in the streets. Don't get mad. You did it. You allowed it. You caused it. So some of these problems we got with our kids is our own fault. And then you're mad when somebody else in the streets deal with them and handle them. Well, honey, if you had handled them at home, the streets wouldn't have to handle them. So yes, it comes a time when your kids get of age and they make their own decisions. As long as you done the best you could for your children, the best that you knew how to do, that's all you can do. Because I've seen some kids have some fabulous parents and they about the biggest demons I have ever seen. And I've seen kids with some questionable parents turn up to be some awesome people. So don't tell me that it cannot be done, it can be done. It can be done. My mama and daddy raised me in the hood of Southeast DC. And yes, we moved all the time. I almost thought I was a military kid. But the one thing my parents did do is they made sure I understood what respect was. They made sure I understood what authority was. They made sure that they implemented discipline. Even when it wasn't even necessary, they would give me friendly reminders. And that's what's wrong with y'all parents now. You need to pick up a belt or do like my grandma used to do. Make you go pick your own switch, braid that joker up, and get the whipping. I'm telling you, I remember putting some hands on my daughter when she was 16, and I wish she would have thought I was one of them people in the streets. Now, she ain't trying to fight me or nothing, but you know these kids can be sharp at the mouth. And so you better check your children. I don't care what you believe in. You could believe in a frog, JC, Boo. I don't care who you believe in. I'm telling you now, you better check these kids for the world checking for you. We got enough of our kids out here getting locked up. We got enough of our kids out here dying. And a lot of times it's their own fault. And if you go back, I'm not going to blame the parents because, again, there are great parents, but kids make decisions, especially when they're not in your presence. Your kid's liable to do anything. But what I'm telling you is, as a parent, discipline your children. You will be a happier person, and so will they. And you will make the world a better place. Because the last thing we need to add to our plate, with all the diseases, with all the deaths, with all the oppressions, with all the abuse, with all the things that's happening in our lives, the last thing you want to come home to is some disrespectful children. And I'll be daggone. So, I love you all. Parents, stay strong. I know the world has changed a lot, but I tell you what don't never change is when you a parent. Don't be afraid to be a parent. Like I said, forget the law. The only law I'm going by is these law, statutes, and commandments that was given in the Holy Scripts, and he did not discriminate against the rod. I love the rod. I believe in the rod. And the Most High even still use the rod on me because I be needing it sometimes. So, parents, I love you. Children, we love you. If you really love your children, stop being a friend and be their parent. They need us. We want to see them live. We want to see them prosper. We want to see them grow. But most of all, we want to keep this family building strong. Some of us need to really have a revamping of our family. Family ain't even family no more. And it's shameful. So, thank you all. Elder Yahasiel. Praise Yah. I love you all. Like I always say, you're great. I'm great. Be great. Let's be great together. I love you all. Stay safe. Stay strong. It's all going to work out in the end. Again, my name is Ariella Israel. This is Let's Talk About It. And if I got some more to talk about today, I'll do that. Soon I'll be bringing you information on how to build your own business and brand. I will have some courses available coming up soon. I just want to say I love you. Let's win.